You are going to lose your job to AI. It feels like we are cooked, doesn't it? So look at this video, right? This is not really Will Smith. Looks like Will Smith, same features, etc. It's not Will Smith. Singer, singing? No, not at all. This is not even a human being. All AI generated with Google VO3. Is this a gamer? No, not even a real person. Again, can you tell? Can you tell the difference? This whole video, all these people walking past, not real at all. It is disturbing. This gorilla, obviously not real. But all these videos are created with VO3. You are hearing people saying we're going to lose our jobs to AI. You're hearing that, okay, AI is a good thing. Then we are hearing that, we are going to be living on universal credit because there won't be any jobs for us. What is happening? It's scary. And then at the same time, we're also hearing that, we need to actually keep up with technology. We need to not be a naysayer when it comes to AI. But there seems to be so many consequences to AI. What is real and what is fake? There are so many AI commercials now, right? Where you don't even know that the people in the commercial aren't even real people. I mean, I'm going to now miss a time where when you saw a video, you know that this was real with real human beings. Now we have to question everything. And not only are we questioning whether it is fake content, we're also questioning content that is also real. The other day, I saw a video of a seal, right, in South Africa on a road, and people were saying, no, this is AI. The seal cannot be on this road in South Africa. But it was completely real. The seal was on the road in South Africa. But because we are now questioning, and we can't even differentiate between what's real and what's fake, the lines are not just blurred. The lines, is there a line? Is there even a line? And if AI is going to take over our jobs, what jobs are we going to actually have? Children that are studying at university now, what do they actually study? Is all the content that they are going to be learning, is it all outdated? I mean, even as a YouTuber, right now I've been trying to create content, be a YouTuber, all of that. And what happens? Because you now have AI generated YouTubers, you have VTubers, virtual YouTubers, and it's just such a strange world that we are living in right now. It really does feel like something out of a sci-fi movie. It really does feel like Black Mirror. And you don't want to be too disturbed by it, but it is disturbing. It is disturbing. It's really, really disturbing. And sometimes when I get disturbed by things, I actually smile about it, which is ridiculous, I know. But that's my reaction to things that I am trying to understand. You see, I'm a 42-year-old YouTuber, right? I studied journalism at university. I studied for 4 years. And at the time that I was studying, there's no such thing as social media. And then I made it my duty to study social media, to learn it on my own so that I could, do social media for companies, etc. And I did. And now we are entering a new way to communicate with AI. But now we are saying that AI is also going to have consciousness, and then so who will be running AI? Will AI be running itself? And then I even tried to figure out, okay, what other careers will they be? And the careers that popped up will be careers like AI consultant, AI creative consultant, helping companies actually understand AI, creating prompts, teaching people about how to create AI prompts. And so it's really like a new world, right? And I was even researching about how you had Web 1, Web 2. Web 1 was with the internet, Web 2 was with social media, and now Web 3 is with AI. And as someone who has lived a little while, it can sometimes feel overwhelming to understand all of this, to process it. It's difficult to process it because I didn't grow up with internet. Internet didn't even exist when I was growing up. Social media didn't exist. and cell phones didn't exist. All of these things didn't exist, and I had to get used to the technology, and I did. But with AI, it feels different. It feels different because it's not only about adapting to the technology, but it feels like the technology can take over. So that's my concern, and that's why we feel like we're cooked, like, is it the end of reality as we see it? Because everything is so confusing to know what is real, what is fake. Even when you had, the French prime minister and his wife and that whole altercation, people were saying, is it AI? Did this really happen? So even when real things are happening, we are questioning it. And before, the media was something that you saw it got published, or there was video footage, and we, for the most part, believed it. But now, you cannot believe what you see. You cannot believe what you see. But there are millions of people who are believing what they see on the internet. They are believing AI-generated images. They are believing AI videos, because the elderly, older people, they don't know that AI is so popular right now. So when they see something on Facebook or even on YouTube, like America's Got Talent, right? You see this show and it's another YouTube channel. It's not actually America's Got Talent. And they have these videos which are AI generated, and people believe it. They wholeheartedly believe it. How do you know that? Because you see in the comment section, they comment on how wonderful the show is, etc. And even images, like you'll have weird images on Facebook which are obviously AI generated, but older people really, really believe it, because remember, they grew up in a world where what you see is what you believe. They didn't have to differentiate. But now it's like we have to be alert to try to distinguish what is real, what is fake. I also feel that, yes, we know that AI was always, was slowly starting to get momentum, but it feels like it's like become so fast all at once, like I'm reading about AI, I'm seeing AI stuff all over. It feels overwhelming. And I'm trying to process it, and I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand how it will affect our day-to-day life. But it's hard to fully understand it when it's not affecting our day-to-day life right now with its full capacity. Because even though we are seeing the Google VO3 AI, like it's so realistic, we are seeing all of that. But the thing is, it's only going to progress. So what does the advanced AI look like? What will it look like in 2 or 3 years? And what effects will it have on our day-to-day life, on our careers, on our education system, on the way that our society operates? Because if people can't have jobs, then what? I heard Elon Musk talking about universal credit. Is that really going to happen? It really, really feels like something from the movies. And talking about movies, now you can have AI actors. You can have AI write your movie script. Soon there'll be no need for actors. There'll be no need for Hollywood. Same applies to music. You have AI generated songs which sound exactly like a real singer. So the creative industry. So we're saying that AI is helping the creative industry, but it's also taking away jobs, graphic designers, people who conceptualize the creative outcome. Now AI can do that for you. It's shocking that AI isn't being really regulated. I mean, think about it. If something is going to affect so many aspects of our lives, our careers, our money, our finances, surely this should be regulated. But from what I see, maybe I'm mistaken, comment below and let me know. I'm always open to learn. But I don't think it's that regulated. And it's growing so fast that us as humans, we are told that AI is going to completely outsmart us, And just that thought alone, it's disturbing. And then I see other people saying, come on, get on board with AI. like how you had to get on board with the computer and the internet and all of that. But it seemed that those tools, with that technology, it seemed like, we were working hand in hand. But with this AI, the fear is that it's going to take over. The fear is that we will have to reassess our entire lives, from our career to our finances to the way that we operate on a day-to-day basis. And is it going to be actually to improve our lives, or will it be something that will take away the essence of what it means to be human? Because we are now hearing that, hey, in the future, a human can marry an AI generated person, bizarre things like that. And maybe right now in 2025, it's absolutely bizarre to hear it, but maybe in a few years' time, it'll be a reality. I'm trying to wrap my head around all these possible realities. Are you excited by AI? Comment below. Maybe I need a different perspective, because right now, as somebody who studied media and communications and who has been in the game of communications for a while, I'm trying to see the positives, because, there are pros and cons to everything in life. And I'm trying to see how the pros of AI outweighs the cons of AI. We've seen how fake news has become often the norm. And now with AI generated videos, it's just going to be more widespread. Even in a court case, people, what will be the laws around using AI generated video footage? How are people going to know what's real and what's fake? I'm also learning about deepfakes, where, like even Taylor Swift, she had deepfakes of herself, and it wasn't obviously the real Taylor Swift. And then I thought, okay, some professions aren't going to be affected by this kind of technology, AI, robots, etc. Like nurses, surely they aren't going to be affected by it. And then I read up that in Japan, they had robotic nurses. So it is just a strange time, It's strange to have lived in a time where we didn't have the internet, and then we had the internet. We didn't have cell phones, and then I saw how now everybody's on their cell phone, right? We didn't have social media. People didn't understand it. And now if you don't have social media presence, especially as a company, you are losing out with that engagement with potential community or with customers, etc. And now I get to also see AI, which I'm still trying to understand. I think the more that I understand it, the better equipped I'll be able to actually deal with whatever consequences arise from having AI in our lives. And I mean, yes, I have used ChatGPT. I like ChatGPT. Yes, I like that. And that's AI. But the other aspects where you have, these AI generated videos where they can now seem absolutely human, that I find to be shocking. Because a few years ago, the AI generated video footage wasn't great. You could easily tell that it was AI. But now I can't really differentiate it, And I mean, older people, like in their 60s, 70s, etc., it's not easy for them to tell the difference as well. And that can be really, really dangerous for them. If they believe what they see, that can be dangerous. That's like false narratives, false communication. My YouTube channel is all about YouTube, how it feels to be a small YouTuber, what I'm learning along the way. So if that interests you, do subscribe. And also comment below and let me know, where are you watching from? Are you scared of AI? Which camp are you sitting in? Are you like excited about AI, fully wanting to go forward with it, or are you nervous and scared of AI? I'm like, sometimes I'm scared, right? And then other times I feel like, okay, I can see the possibilities. And then sometimes I'm like in between. So I think just learn as much as you can about AI. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand the consequences of it. I'm trying to understand best case scenario, worst case scenario. And hey, that's life. You're just constantly learning, constantly evolving. And I guess that we do have to adapt to AI, whether we like it or not. AI is here to stay. In fact, it's here to grow. AI is out of the box, out of Pandora's box, as they say, and it's here to stay.